This is my first ever casted game, so just jump in it with me. These are low-level players. I believe one is bronze and one is gold. We've got blue, we got non-stop violence right here. And let me see. I can reveal the map, right? Yes, cool. And here we got a Mongol player, which is Krupino? I hope I'm saying your name right. In the yellow. Blue is the Malians, by the way. So he's going for wood first. See, where's his gold? Here's his gold. He's got his pit mine on the gold, obviously. We always start with a pit mine, right? And we've got the Mongol player who set their town center next to the gold, the wood, and he brought his sheep over. He's got his gur here. He hasn't unpacked. He's just letting it chill, I guess. So we see some stragglers being taken right here. So we seem to not getting into that lumber camp, even though the woods are pretty defensive here for him. I'm not like, I haven't played too much of this game myself, but I have watched a lot of this game. Big shout out to Ozzy Drongo for casting that many games. So some of these civs I might not be as familiar with as you are. Bear with me, because that's why we're casting some low-level players, because that way I can follow things as well, guys. Alright, we got the Gare. It's actually going into position now. Where's this villager going? He's gonna go to the berries? No, he's gonna go all the way this way. I'm not sure what he's planning with this villager. What are we planning? He's got a lot of food and gold and no wood. Oh, he's gonna go here and he's gonna get that uvu up. Okay, that makes sense, because if we have that uvu up, we're gonna get some stone income for free, right? Is this his? No, this is not his closest, but I guess it's more defensive than this one because it's more hidden. I guess it's more at the front, so it might be harder to find if he hides it. Maybe that's his tactic. He's got 2 on gold, 2 on wood, and his scout's coming back with quite some sheep over here. Let's see how many are there. 8 sheep. On the other side, with the Malian player, we seem to be heavy on the food. I'm not sure how I can set up these awesome graphics up here that tell you what the wood income is and the stone income is and everything like that. So if you know that, please let me know in the comments, because I do not know that yet. Like I said, I'm new to this too, and I hope you guys love these castings, and I just want to grow into it with you guys. If you have any tips for me, feel free to give these tips. I need to still learn a lot about the game myself. I have been trying to get better at it, but you know, it takes time. I know more about like the overall strategies that people are going for than the micros. So we're gonna see the Mensa Quarry coming up here for the Malian player, and we've got only 2 houses around the pit mine, which I believe is a little, because I believe that you get like a bonus for placing more houses around it. So we could have a couple more houses around here. We do have 7 villagers on the sheep here. Got an idol standing right here. And we've got some long haul chopping going on this side. See what's going on here? Oh, that's the scout. Did he not bring back those sheep? Or did he just catch another 6 sheep? I think he caught another 6 sheep. Yeah, no, they're right here. They're just, the sheep are here. So it seems like the Mongol player has caught a lot of sheep, because he already had 8 and another 6, so he caught 14 sheep. We don't see that many sheep underneath the Malian player. He brought back 2 of them, so it seems like the sheep advantage definitely going to Krupino here. He's even migrating them. I don't know if this is a misclick or what happened here. We're gonna see the silver tree coming out. We're gonna build it here in the base, and we're gonna see if he's gonna move it. And we got a stable coming in for some early aggression, I'm guessing. We're gonna need to see how this Malian player is actually gonna react on that. Because I believe that the Malian player is the bronze player. It might be a bit harder for bronze players to deal with aggression, especially early aggression. We see finally this wood, the lumber camp, the wood camp wanted to say the lumber camp is coming up, and now they don't have to walk all this well. If you have the wood for it, definitely plump it down, because this will reduce a lot of travel time, which means that you can just be more efficient. We see two guys going up this way. He's gonna go to the deer that's all the way in the back here. In the meanwhile, he caught another 3 sheep, but you know what that is? That's the call of the Mongols. And he's going right this way, so he probably already knows what's going on. So it's not that sneaky anymore to get those deer. The Khan is already attacking those villagers trying to go to the deer, but he is running out of food here because he did not catch that many sheep and he needs to think of something else. I think he might be going... No, he's going to the wood instead. I thought he might be going to the berries, but he's going to the wood. The Khan is almost killing that that scout over here. He's doing some major damage with the Khan. The villagers are trying to go after the Khan, but the Khan is way too fast for you to do this. Unless you're the English, because the English have some bows, it is not worth going after the Khan with your villagers. Definitely not for this long, because now you're having a lot of idle time. The Mongol player will definitely be really happy seeing you go after the Khan like this. Because you just don't have that, like, you couldn't get any wood or food or gold or anything in that meanwhile. Let's see what happened. We see the silver tree is going to the corner, to the top left corner, and he might be start trading to this neutral trading post. We're gonna see if that's gonna happen in a second. We see some wolf on villager action. It could have been the enemy already because they were making a stable, but it seems like the wolf is on the side of yellow. We have that stable up. We see some population cap in the meanwhile. It's alright, guys. We see there is a Kashik out. If you have units out like this, especially if you know that your enemy is on the deer, try to send them, even just queue them here to the deer already, queue an attack move on these deer, and it's gonna be a lot harder for non-stop violence to actually gather these deer and keep up with his economy, especially because he doesn't have that many sheep under his town center. We see some barks coming up, which is I think a good response to the stable, because you can get some spears against the horses, in this case the Kashyyyks. Finally, we see some more houses coming around that pit mine. This will boost the income of the pit mine, if I'm correct. Let's see. Boom. Another 8 more from that house. I'm guessing this house is gonna give us another 8 more. Like I said, I don't know the exact math, but we can find it out together. Yeah, 16. Oh, that's more than 8. So we need to try and get as many of them in. We might want to mining camp in here as well, but I'm recommending putting that mining camp close to the actual town center, so if they're gonna be attacked, they're gonna be here quicker, so they're less exposed. What's happening here? There's one villager. He is chopping or something. What is he going to do with this? Is he gonna kill that wolf? Maybe. He put a girth down here. He just wanted it all the way here, I guess. I'm not sure what this villager is up to. We're seeing that hardened Khan looking around to see if there's any enemies. Silver Tree has arrived next to the boar. They're just chilling together. We can see the blacksmith is down, and we see that bloomery coming in. Some extra attack damage. Increase melee damage of all non-siege units by +1. So that's gonna help for, where did they go? There they are. For these little guys, the Kashyyyks, they're gonna do more damage. He produced 3. He also put down an outpost. I don't think this is necessary because we haven't seen any aggression. And if you're gonna put an outpost down, you're gonna put it down on a vulnerable spot. Right now, you're the Mongols, your gold is right next to your town center. You could just hop into the town center if you want to defend yourself. Maybe you want to post it here for the wood line. But right now, I don't think you need those. So I think these two, the outposts, are a little bit waste of wood at the moment. We can use them to make more Kashyyyks, or we can use the wood instead to like make farms, or we can put the guys on gold or on food to start aging. We see some pastures too. And the scout just actually scouted out these 5 Keshiks. And we can see that the spears, the hardened donzos, because they are from the Malian player. We can see that they're starting to stack up here next to the sacred site. Probably just because it's the middle. I think that's where they're trying to focus on. We're seeing a blacksmith here too. We don't see any defense or attack being researched yet. But we do see 2 barracks and another barracks being put down. Definitely a good call being able to recognize the enemy, what they're doing, and trying to counter them. We can see 1 went down already, but if you come close to those towers, you're definitely gonna get hit pretty badly because they don't have that much range defense. Let's see. Moving speed, armor, 0 versus range. So that is not a good idea. We can see those Keshiks coming over, and I'm wondering if they're gonna go right here. Because the Khan is already attacking some villagers over here. I really need to see if I can find a way to get that caster thing up here. There is income per minute. But what I also want to see is all those like how many villagers have been killed and stuff like that. I love to see that. So if you guys know how to do it, let me know. We can see that non-stop violence is already population blocked again. So make sure that you keep up with that. Because you can't make any villagers anymore. It will be stopped and you can't make any other things anymore. We see siege engineering coming through. We see fitted leatherworks coming through. Bloomery, steel to arrow, and iron undermesh. What I find is that this player is probably thinking about, hey, I need to research now, and they're just queuing everything up. Second pit mine coming up here, but these Keshiks are like, no, we don't want that. We don't want to have that right here. In the meanwhile, this is the push. We're trying to push underneath this outpost with units without any armor for ranged, which can be kind of tough. The Mongol player has everything kind of neatly under the town center, so it's gonna be hard to actually dive underneath this. This is not, there's no villagers here, so we can't do anything about that. We got a proxy base here coming in with the archery ranges, so 3 of them. And we can see there's 4 archers here, and they're making a battery ram. That means that they also have the siege engineering, I believe. That's not part of their... Yeah, the siege engineering is researched. They're gonna get steel arrows now for these archers. In the meanwhile, they're getting attacked, but I don't suspect this being a big problem. Because there's a lot of towers here. There's villagers that can go in the town center. And the villagers can just pop out and delete this ram, basically. So this is not gonna be a big problem for the Mongol player. There is some more Mustafari warriors coming in. These guys also don't have armor yet. Scout is gonna try and find a way. But sadly for the scout, all the villagers are kind of safe underneath the town center. It's going a lot better for the Malian player, for the Mongol player here. No, not for the Malian player is in some trouble, I would say, because their food economy is going to be disturbed again by these Keshiks. And we can see they have less health than lancers, countered by spearmen and crossbowmen. So if you are this player and you see these, you can hover over, and you can see that we can basically counter them with spearmen and crossbows. So that would be a good idea. See all those food villagers, food villagers. We see them all migrate back. What is standing here? We have a Mustafari warrior and a 2 hardened donzos standing right here, and a villager that is probably still cute over here. That is still going. He's a brave man, I would say. In the meanwhile, we got that push coming in with the battering ram and those 4 archers. The thing that this push is more successful is basically because These villages are way more spread out. Of course, the Mongols can move their town center. And so it's a lot easier to have them underneath the town center. This is a tiny mistake, probably overloaded, probably thinking about something else, trying to like focus on something else and losing a couple of villagers here. These four archers got a lot of value, I would say. Definitely not something I expected to see a proxy base in this match. And they're just standing here now. We could try and see with a scout where we can attack, and then we would probably see that these villagers are pretty easy to hit from here. Now they're moving, but they could have been hit from this area. If you scout this out, we could see this. And meanwhile, we're gonna get 11 Kesheks coming in as well. Some are not full health, but you know, there might be a big problem. We got some trading going on as well. This is not the most efficient trade. Because the silver trio was here, I thought we were gonna trade to this corner, which I would say it's a bit questionable. I would have put the silver tree on this corner so we can trade like this. This trade is not that long, which means that it's not gonna give us a lot of gold. It's actually just giving us 14 gold and one food, which is not that much. So I would recommend changing it here and try to like trade as far as you can safely. And I think this is still safe because you are having map control right now. That one villager is still really happily just chopping some woods over here. I guess he just wanted to forget about this guy. That's fine. The farm economy is gonna get a problem here because those Kesheks are coming in. This is gonna hurt. He's gonna lose a lot of villagers here, I'm guessing. There's definitely already 5 down. I would say there's at least 10 down already now. In total. We see the army coming in. There's some 9 Hardened Donzos coming in, trying to protect. And we will see that they won't be able to keep up with the speed. They will just run away, the Kesheks. I love to see some walls come up, because the horses can go around really quickly. It would be nice to have some defenses. So if you have some walls, we can definitely defend ourselves with it. In the meanwhile, I think the Mongol player might be thinking about a castle age. We see that he's collected 700 food already and 500 stone. 500. No, that's not stone. That's gold. The gold is almost depleted. He's gonna need to move. Probably to this one. Or this one. There's another big one. I think they're reasonably safe. Although there is an army standing right here. I'm saying that, but he's got major map control, I would say. The Musafari warriors here, 10 of them, and a Hardened Donzo. He's just, you know, he likes to just be one of the Musafari warriors, I think. The Kesheks are falling back right now. So we have 56 economic units for the Mongols, and we have 34 for the Malian. So we do have quite a big difference already in the amount of economic units. This might become a problem later on. We see that they're moving out to this gold now. If we had scouted this, if we have a scout right here, we could have seen this, we could have attacked, and we could have killed quite some villagers right here. Sadly, in the lower ranks, it might not always be possible to think about something like this. Hey, where would they go next if their gold is depleted? Because they're making gold-heavy units, they're using a lot of gold. What are they gonna do? Seems like they were not going for that castle age, they just were banking a little bit. And we see those spearmen coming in, the hardened Donzos. And these Musafari warriors are just feeling really neutral today. They don't want to attack. The wolf is on their side. We see that the walls are finally coming up, which is a great thing, but just a little too late, I would say. Especially because there's new villagers on here already. Some of the old ones have died, not been replaced. And the gold income is going to be stagnated, although we always have these pit mines still going on. Again, the food. Are we on the deer? We're gonna be on the deer, so we're gonna migrate to this deer. However, that might be a problem because there's 4 battering rams coming in right now, together with 10 archers. Are they? Yeah, they're thinking about leveling up right now. And we're gonna have the Steppard out. The Steppard redoubt. I always thought Drungo said the Steppard out. The Stepped redoubt. So you redoubt it. Oh my god. Sometimes Drungo says things weirdly, and then that's the first time I hear something, and I've got dyslexia, so reading is like something I don't do. I mean, I do it, but like I read badly, and then I just assume it's said like that without reading it for myself. We do see a counterattack. This is sad. We should have had these archers defending our battering rams. Because now we can kill quite some villagers. And we see that here there will be some some villagers being killed as well. In the meanwhile, while we're doing that age up. However, not as many. They're still on 60. And we can see that 17 villagers. I think Non-Stop Violence has been having a rough game. We see some idols coming in there as well. It's definitely clear that they're being overloaded at the moment. I don't think it's weird, because I believe that Non-Stop Violence was a bronze player and Kropino is a gold one. So I think they did pretty well, you know, trying. And they tap out right now. GG's. GG's, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think. I hope you guys like my quirky casts. I hope you guys want to see some more quirky casts, maybe together with a pro player. As you can see, I've been recently trying to play some myself and with some friends, and yeah, let's say it's not been going great, as you can see, the last world defeats. So I'm still trying to learn myself. I think my overall game sense is a lot better than my micro, so I'm struggling with simple things as using short keys, which I definitely need to just practice. That's something I struggle with. What are you struggling with Age of Empires? Let me know down below, because I might be interviewing some pro players soon, and I'd love to get some questions from you guys so I can ask that, and maybe they have some awesome ways for you to solve these things that you're having trouble with. I hope to see you guys in the next casted game, and in the meanwhile, watch this interview with Corvinus 1.